My name is Rebecca Lewin. I'm the exhibition curator at the Serpentine Galleries, and we're standing inside Pierre Huyghe's new exhibition called Monvel. I'm standing in front of one of 5 large-scale LED walls that are distributed throughout the gallery. What's showing on the walls are thousands and thousands of images appearing and being succeeded by new images very, very quickly. And this flickering sort of almost video has been constructed entirely by technology.
They are doing an MRI of someone who is thinking about an image. And they take a brainwave at the moment that person is thinking about the image. And this brainwave become a pattern, and this pattern go through neural network which have a data bank of millions of images. To me, it was very fascinating that in a lazy, poetic way, I could say, I just need to think and it print. I just think it and then it happened in the Serpentine.
So the end result that we're seeing here has gone through several stages that began with a human, went to a human, went through one machine process, went through another machine process, and has been collaged together to try and create an approximation of what that origin image was. And what was so interesting was that back and forth between the biotic and abiotic, the human, the biological, and the machine. So you might see as I'm talking that there are small insects flying around. And what we've done is to bring a community of blue bottleflies into the exhibition space. The life cycle of a blue bottlefly is very short, it's only 2 weeks, and the exhibition itself is several months long. So there is a short period of time taking place within this longer period of time, which of course itself is only temporary. That's the sort of nature of an exhibition. The experience of being around a number of insects inside an exhibition is unusual, it's unsettling for a visitor. There is not a separation or a hierarchy, you could say, between the human and animal and machine. We all happen to be coexisting within this gallery space.
This is Hedja.
ناظر من هجاية.
She will only appear later in the video.
أزيد دورة فيديو دخويا.
This is a prediction of what she will look like.
نتورك كنورال تخمين تكبيزي تشاو أخويا. ليه از نزانم بياسكارم بيباور بو.
This is the immediate future. I am a neural network. This is what I see. I can see 1 fraction of a second into the future. My predictions are based on extreme probability. In a second, something like a fish will wobble around the screen. See, I told you it would happen. In the future, fish will have no heads and there is water all over. And over water, it kind of looks like this. In this landscape, Hedja is looking for something. And this is how the story will start. This is Hedge's Garden.
This is a glimpse of a video landscape of tomorrow, when you will be able to switch to any TV station on the earth, and TV guides will be as fat as the Manhattan telephone book.
There are many quite ordinary things in electronics that we take for granted. For example, a microphone. I speak into the microphone and my voice is amplified. What happens there is the sound of the speakers is affecting the microphone, and that in turn makes the speakers louder, and so we get a feedback problem. In each of these programs, I want to focus upon the central idea of one of the great thinkers who have shaped our minds. What is that central idea, and is it still relevant today? Norbert Wiener was concerned with thinking about feedback systems, a type of thinking that is immensely important to society today or to any complicated society. Suppose we had a water tank, and the water tank is being filled from this pipe or tap. Now in that tank we have a ball which is floating on the water, and over here is a little stopper. Now as the water rises, so the ball rises, and this little stopper is forced upwards and eventually shuts off the water. So the effect of the rising water acts to shut off the water, a feedback effect. Let's look at another feedback effect. In fact, the situation which Norbert Wiener was dealing with when he first started thinking about feedback systems. This is an aircraft which is coming in to bomb, and down here we have an anti-aircraft gun which is trying to shoot down that airplane. And it shoots, and it misses. Now the extent of its miss, that gap as it were, is fed back to alter the aim of the gunner. So the gun now points in that direction, and this time it shoots, and it's successful, and it shoots down the airplane. Those are two simple examples of feedback systems, but they apply to many situations. Let's look at feedback systems in the abstract now. We have A, which affects B, and B affects C. But the effect of C is fed back to alter A. Now, supposing we were to increase A, and this causes an increase in B, which causes an increase in C, and if the feedback is positive, then that causes an increase in A, which causes an increase in B, and C, and A again, so we get a positive feedback or an explosive system. Now let's look at the alternative. We have A, B, and C again. But this time, we're going to look at a negative feedback. An increase in A causes an increase in B, which causes an increase in C. But this time, the effect of C on A is to remove the increase. So now we get a stable system, a negative feedback system. So we get positive feedback, negative feedback, stable systems, unstable systems. But those are just lines and drawings. Let's look at this type of feedback thinking in terms of actual people, a boy and a girl. I believe that traces of this kind of thinking can be found in our daily lives.
Got the bubble. I said, I just don't think nature's using time. These are, I just give you the little typical things that they're laughing to you, and I found them very laughable myself. And because I was being
Recursive News. That's right, folks. And in the news, esta es Recursive Noticias. Recursive News, coming to you live. That's right, folks. So we're coming to you live tonight from our studio here in Bedford-Stuyvesant. That's Brooklyn, New York City. And we've got a lot of news coming up for you. We've got a lot of things happening. We've got a big segment, a couple of segments tonight. We're going to be talking about what's been happening up above.
That's right, Rob.
The realm above us.
Yeah, we have a full lineup for you this day, this time, this now. We have local news, traffic, sports, weather, all coming at you.
We've got a segment talking about celebrity culture tonight. We're going to be taking phone calls, and we actually have an expert in crystallography coming in just a little bit later on the show. We also have the first footage that's been unearthed of dinosaurs. Just one of a couple things we'll be talking about. Tonight, though, we're going to start off our broadcast by talking about a couple of these things happening above. Again, in the realm above us. Right now, you can see behind me, we've got a nice video of the beach. And this is another story that came live to us recently we'll cover later.